Jennifer Edge, welcome to Heart of the City.
I am so excited to be here.
Thank you so much. You are an incredible tattoo artist, an incredible human, amazing leader, friend, wife, all the things. And I'm so excited to dive in a little bit more about who you are.
I'm excited too. Please don't tell anybody that I paid you to say that. And we're good.
Yeah, I won't. That's fine. Okay, I just want to hear what drew you to tattoos? Like, what was it?
The very first thing that I can remember, I was like 8 years old, and my uncle came home, and he had his whole back outline. It was this big skull, and it had all this crazy stuff on it. And my grandmother was like, "Don't even think about it," which I think honestly was what led me to start thinking about tattooing.
Of course.
But all I ever wanted to do as a kid was art every day. And when I was 19, I asked the lady who had been tattooing me, "Hey, I'd love to be your apprentice." And she had somebody at the time. And she goes, "Come back to me in a year." A year later, I said, "Hey, is it time?" And she goes, "I've actually met the love of my life. I'm moving away." Now, funny thing, the guy that she was training at the time trained the lady who brought me into tattooing.
Wow.
And 3 mentors later, started tattooing, finally got signed off. And I guess 4 years after that, Danny and I opened up Mainline Tattoo.
Wow. Wow.
Just wanted to do art every day.
So what, like, if you could describe yourself in 3 words back at the time that you started tattooing, what would those 3 words be?
Can I just laugh for it?
Yeah.
I feel as though I've learned so much since then. I don't want to say I thought I was the shit. I think a lot of people do, you know?
Yeah.
When you first get into something, I
She's
can't wait. I'm
cool.
going to do this. I'm going to do that. And as wisdom started taking over my ego, I started learning that this is so much bigger than that. This is about community. You have people who come in who are dying on the inside because their wife just died of cancer. And they're in your chair talking about it. And they're talking about this flower that they got her, and that's what they wanted to have on their arm to remember that moment. And then you've got people who I went to high school with, who I tattooed the first year, and their kids turned 18 10 years later, and I got to tattoo them. So it's about community. And I think, I mean, we've had a chance to meet a couple times, and community is very big to me. Especially in this crazy times we're living in, the wild, wild west. I feel like the more you get to know your community, like when I was being raised, I knew everybody on my street. I knew every 12 houses on my street. I knew who those people were. I knew who to go to, who not to go to, who to play with. And as we got into social media and as we grew up and you just start kind of living this other life, like how many people on your street do you know now? How can you go to that neighbor for sugar? Can you go to that neighbor because something crazy's happened? So as I've gotten older and that wisdom is taking over the ego that's like, I'm going to do this. I think you need ego when you're younger. You've got to get out there and jump. And if you don't have the I think I can, how are you ever going to make it in business, especially as a woman?
Yeah.
That's a big one. I mean, look at what you've done. You got the Scout Guide and you just made it blossom.
Well,
like,
thank
you know,
you.
when I first started talking to you, I was like, I've watched the change.
Thank you.
And that evolution is something amazing. And I also think people don't tell people that enough. Hey, I'm watching what you're doing.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Let's
so
do this
good.
together.
Okay, so that younger self, I'm gonna guess your 3 words. You were maybe a little cocky,
For sure. I'm pretty sure I still am.
but yet you quickly were humbled.
Yeah.
So you became really humble, which I think I still see in you every single day now. And I think you were fiery. You've always been fiery since the first time I met you, since the first time I started watching you and what you were doing, because right back at you, very nice words, but I watched you for a while and watched what Mainline was and how you guys operated in the city and, you know, what that looked like, how you treated people before I engaged you with any sort of, you know, business partnership or whatnot. So, yeah, that fire, you still got it.
I popped out a redhead lady, so it's in there somewhere. I'm just gray now. But yeah.
Hey, that actually makes total sense. Okay, so one thing about you is that you are a super proud gay woman, which I just admire so much. And, you know, we're in a small to mid-sized city in the South. How has that journey been? What's that looked like for you?
I've been very lucky. When I didn't know if I was ever going to be, I mean, I knew I was out with my people, but you don't know if you're ever going to be able to come out business wise. And when Danny and I worked at a place before together, and we worked with several other folks there, I was the only female. In the beginning, like when I first started tattooing, I think there'd only been 2 other females. And then before I started tattooing, when I was like 20, I'm 48 now, when I was 20, there were only like 2 females tattooing, and then maybe 3 or 4. And now there's a lot of females in the city, and I have several of them at my shop.
Wow.
I think that, that was just, I felt comfortable with the guys that I was working with. I knew I was protected. And so I was a little more vocal about it. Even when Jessica and I first got married, I was like, okay, saying the word wife out loud is interesting. And now it's like wifey and my wife, and feeling very supported by that too. 'Cause it, at the end of the day, is love. And I think that a lot of people, if sin is sin, then you having premarital sex with somebody is the same as me. Doesn't matter if it's the same sex or not. And I think that's something that also, not to get into religion, because it's so hard. Like, I was raised Baptist. I went to church Monday night visitation, Wednesday night choir practice 2 times on Sunday. And I was blessed with a youth director who, when I finally at 18 said, I think I'm gay, she said, I don't think you're going to hell.
Wow.
And that was a big blessing for someone who was scared and who was still running from that. Like, I was quiet about it. I'm bisexual.
Right.
No, I'm not.
Right.
So I think it's a big piece of being afraid at first, and then at some point going, if something happens or if somebody hates me for this, I hope that the life that I live shows people that I'm the same as you. Jessica and I have been together for 15 years.
I know.
That's a long, hot minute.
Congratulations.
And I still like her. She still likes me. It's good.
That's the craziest part about it, honestly. I'm only in 11, and it can be touch and go. Relationships are hard. No, not really. But
yeah, I mean,
it's hard.
At the end of the day, if you love your person, sometimes you may not like what they're doing, but that's that growth.
Totally.
And everybody has broken parts of their family. Everyone has trauma. But I think through Jessica, I've learned more about what family, like making my own. We don't have kids. We have a dog that's the daughter.
Totally.
But that, and the same with the folks that I work with. I think in the beginning, whether I knew it or not, I was trying to make and build a family in Mainline. Aww. And the folks that are there now, like, I could call for something.
They are your family.
Yeah, they are.
So has being gay informed the way you lead or connect with people, or, what is that? How has that infiltrated your business?
I think I'm just who I am, and I don't even know if I see it as that as much as, I'm very aware of people.
Yeah.
And, our shop has no walls. It's never had a room that you go into. We've always been very open space. As soon as we bought the building, I was like, take the middle wall down.
Wow.
And it was only 4 feet tall. But our clients engage each other. We pick on our clients pick on us. And, when I first started getting tattooed, it was scary. And I didn't want that to happen. So I think if anything, that may be like, I watch how other people are feeling, and I want to make sure you feel comfortable. So if that may be where, me being a lesbian has come into play, I'm aware of other folks.
You are.
I want you to be comfortable. We all should be, especially if you're getting tattooed. You're being hurt. You may be laid in a crazy position. You may be getting something done on your thigh.
It's emotional and it's intimate.
And I'm shy. I don't want to get half naked in front of somebody, but I want that tattoo on my leg.
Yeah.
So
wow, that's so interesting. Like that level of like openness and accepting and safety that you provide in the shop does translate. Yeah. That's so cool. How have you seen the LGBTQ plus community shift in Chattanooga over the years?
I think especially watching what's going on now, everybody's using their voice. Yeah. Like, Chattanooga is weird. We've seen those stickers. I also feel like Chattanooga is a safe space. There were some posters that were put on Main Street that were kind of like talking about a certain group of people, and that day they were taken down, and the very next day, posters all along the street, we love you and we want you here.
Wow.
And I feel like Chattanooga does have that heart, and, there's a lot of people that just have that heart, and I think, honestly, if we could just take away some of the things and really kind of dig into the fact that love is going to win, and community, back to community, listen to what your person has to say that you're talking to.
So true. When and with who do you feel the most like yourself?
My team.
Oh, that's so great.
We had a Survivor party a couple weeks ago. Like, they come to my house. Most of them all know the code to get in.
Survivor the show?
Yeah, we're crazy.
Oh, we have that's awesome.
We have a token. It's a little dude riding a flamingo. Jessica's won the last 2 years, but we have
Oh my
a thing within the group,
gosh.
and we all watch Wednesday night, and
Oh, that's so cute.
feel very comfortable with these people.
I love it. You
So.
guys are, you can tell. Like, you just walk in the room and it's just relaxed. It's fun. It's hilarious. Yeah.
It's like a bunch of brothers and sisters who are just like assholes to each other. I hope
But
you can
yet
beep that out.
so
But
much
yes,
love.
in the most loving way.
That's so sweet. How would you describe your personal style as an artist?
Watercolor illustrative. I have, however, been working on something, and I've not told anybody, and this will probably be out before it comes
Ooh.
out. Black Friday, I'll be dropping this new style because I'm literally going to tell everybody, hey, I'm about to have another surgery. But I've been working on littles, and I'm not even going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be really rad.
Oh.
It'll be on the website. It's going to be like a Jennifer Ed signature collection.
Cool.
So T-shirts, stickers, and it involves my favorite fandoms, Twilight, Stranger Things, X-Files. It's really going to be fun.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Stay tuned.
Pretty much.
What inspires you creatively?
Everything. My brain does not stop. I enjoy somebody will say something and then I'm like 10 ideas this way. We do this year's Main by 24 theme is a Stranger Things Christmas.
Yes.
Haven't announced that yet, but it's coming. So we're going to have Buddy the Elf with us, and Amy Kenyon's going to be taking photos. So if you want a Christmas card the first Saturday of December, come to the shop. We're going to have a setup. You'll be able to get those photos. We're going to drop them online immediately so you can use them for your
my
Christmas
gosh.
card. We've got Chase the Illusionist
I
coming.
love y'all.
And then I've also got new vendors. Olivia's coming to be with us.
Perfect.
I Go Thrifting's coming to be with us. So Like Mad's coming. So we'll have vendors in the shop. We're not tattooing that day. We're just having fun.
Good.
And being a crazy group of kids.
That is so great. I'll be there. That's fun.
You better be.
What's the longest you've ever spent on a single tattoo?
The very first few months I was tattooing, when you're crazy and you're like, 32 and you have energy, there was a gentleman who came in and he's like, how much will $500 get me? And this is when I'd probably been tattooing for
Wow.
like 2 months. And I started, I think it was like 9 hours or so. We just kept going. And he just wanted all these little things. So it was just, he filled up, I guess, from here to here, we filled up his arm.
Wow.
And it was just a fun day. He came back 2 weeks later and he goes, I want her again. And so it was really cool to kind of start once again, connection.
That's so cool. I mean,
Yeah.
after 9 hours, you
Yeah.
either really don't like the person or you're coming back.
That's true. That's true. And some people can really hang. I did one piece that was about 8.5 hours long because I didn't know how big of a piece I could do. And this was like a couple of years ago because your knowledge. I'm almost in January, be 16 years in. And from his ankle to his knee, we did half of his leg. So it was like half the shin, half the
Whoa.
calf. And he's 6'4". So we're talking like
Big.
poster board.
Yeah.
And he sat like a beast. He said it took him about a week and a half to walk normal again, but we really knocked it out. And I was like, oh, I can go big.
Wow. That's cool.
So, yeah.
I think I might know the answer to this, but what tattoo trend makes your eyes roll?
To be completely honest, I think even if you want an infinity sign with somebody's name on it, if you want, anything
I know.
straight up, but it means something to you.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy. But I will state, don't get a partner's name, don't get a girlfriend's name.
really.
So that one, but I do have conversations with folks about that. And I always fine line those tattoos. So if it needs to be covered
can
up,
come
because
off.
you don't think about it. It's like the death nail. There would be so many people, especially in the beginning, because you
Yeah.
do anything to make money. Like when I
Yeah.
first started, I'd left a corporate job with Walmart. I'd gone from like making $65,000 a year to like $2 a week. So you
Oh
would do
my
anything.
gosh.
But those times and those struggles, they helped me build what I wanted to see now. How does it go from, okay, I'm just barely picking people up to I have a manager who books all of us. I have a website that draws people
That's
in.
so awesome.
The constant marketing, and Instagram. I never thought I was going to be like an Instagram and Facebook. Let's get on here and do all these things. But knowledge comes the more you try.
That's so true. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Like what decision have you made in your business that you feel the most proud of?
I guess kind of a journey step. Danny and I separated in 2020. I think he wanted to go smaller. I've always wanted to go bigger. We had the show, we had the shop. The
That
shop
was your
getting
business
bigger.
partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love him to death. Still see him for coffee. I learned so much from him. I think he learned so much from me. But, sometimes even though you're on the same road with somebody, you might see it kind of veering off. And we were kind of feeling that coming up. And in doing that, after that, I really started focusing on wanting a forever home, but looking for forever. Every time we almost even pulled the trigger, it just wasn't right. And then our building sold. And I was like, oh my gosh. And the original owner was like, your contract's okay. And I'm like, yeah, but I only have 8 months left. I don't know what to do. And we got very lucky. And the people who owned the whole building allowed us to buy what we were in.
Wow.
And I wanted a bigger space, but at the same time, to never leave home.
Yes.
We opened on Main Street. We are Mainline. And the fun thing is, and it's one of my favorite things to tell people, we were Mainline Ink or Mainline Tattoo before we ever knew we were going to be on Main Street.
Wow.
We were building off of railroad names. And so before we even knew, we had been looking at other buildings. It's one of my fun things where I'm just like, that's
is a
so
fun fact.
I was drawn to it.
Yes.
But we got to buy the building almost 2 years ago now. And then last November, October, November, we completely gutted her, redid her. And so she has a whole new vibe. So anybody is welcome to come in and just check us out. Look at our
so
art on the
cool.
walls. Everything's new minus the taxidermy because I had to bring it back.
The taxidermy. I love it. Okay, let's talk about literary ink.
Yes, let's do that.
Oh, okay. Tell us what literary ink is and why the heck this was a brainchild of yours. Where did it come from? It's the most amazing gift you're giving this community. Tell us about it.
Literary Ink is a book-themed tattoo convention. I
mean,
guess
book-themed tattoo convention.
Well, we decorate. It's at our heart of all hearts. We are a tattoo convention, but I call it book themed because A, I'm a reader. B, there's so many conventions out there, and so we just started theming it because I was like, this could be cool. And we started off with a wizardry theme, and now literally we change the theme every year. So you don't know what you're coming into. Yes, it's still a tattoo convention, but we decorate. We have authors that come. We have podcasters that come. We have a set up place for if anybody wanted to podcast live. Like there's pieces
So
to
cool.
all of it. We have a game room that goes not like a video game room. We have board games because I'm 48 and I grew up on
Love a
Monopoly.
board game.
Yes. We have ladies that sing on the stage. Amber Foltz is amazing. We have just performers that come. When we first started, we had a circus performers that came. We've had a giant jellyfish. I am a child. And everything that we've done for literary, I've been like, what would I want to do? Okay, yeah, an 8-foot tall jellyfish walking
Let's do
around.
it.
That sounds right. An illusionist going around. That sounds right. Book themed tattoo categories. Why not?
I mean, it's both. It's brilliant, really, because it's like two fantastical worlds meshing together. I mean, it's completely what you want to dream up to either put on your body. It's art. It's story. It's, I love it.
Everything at the end of the day is written.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are like, but can I do this? You can tattoo anything you want. That's the best part. We're just coming together. And when we first sent out invites, it was so funny because Jessica's like, look what's happening. I was like, yeah, I know. People they're signing up. She goes, it's all women. We're 80% female, and we have
Interesting.
non-binary and trans folks that come, and people also feel comfortable there. And
Wow.
that's something that's huge to me. I've had so many people this past year was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. We had tattoo artists who have like 200,000 followers who showed up because they were like, I knew that y'all were sold out, but I wanted to experience this, so they just came. Oh. And we have people who travel from all over. Like, it's insane to me. Like, we're world known.
Yeah, like you
Italy,
people coming
Australia.
from, yeah, I'm like,
from everywhere. And to me, there's something happening just to Chattanooga, Tennessee. And, we get involved with one of my favorite years. We had Thursday night, we do a preview on Thursday night where we have like a pregame. And we had Bluegrass Grill open. The Kims were open.
How fun.
Valkyrie was open. So it was just hey, you walk down the strip from Slicks to Valkyrie. We've got something going for you.
That's so fun.
I think that's another part. Like I always tell everybody, Chattanooga puts on this convention because it does. Our volunteers, 90% of them we've tattooed personally. Shannon from Need Love, she's
How
like one of our people
sweet.
up front.
I
My
love her.
hairdresser, Jara, comes up and runs the front.
Oh.
It's just insane to feel this loved and to know that that's what Literary Ink is.
That is so awesome. Wow. So, third year?
Going to be 6th year when we come back in 2027.
Oh, gosh. Okay, I was thinking you were younger. Okay,
Oh,
so
I was. So 2018, 2019, 2 weeks before 2020.
Skipped.
COVID.
That's right. Yeah.
So we came back in 2023, and there was so much fear within me. Comparison steals your joy. I was telling my shrink, I don't know what I've done. I don't know why I'm doing this again. And she's like, have you done everything? And I was like, yeah, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, and there's this. And she goes, have you done everything you possibly could? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, then why do you think you could do anything more?
Wow.
And in that moment, I just stopped, and I went back, and it was like 3 months before the show, and I went from being excessively like, I'm just about to fall apart, to calm. And everybody was even like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, let's go. And the team the whole time were like, we've got this. It's okay. It's just that fear of doing something
true.
big. And we hadn't been around for 3 years. Is anybody going to show up? And our community did. And it continues to do that. And I'm very, very, very grateful for those folks.
So this most recent one was just in September.
Yes, it was.
And I mean, it sounds like you broke some records. I mean,
around 3,500 people. It was, yes, broke records. Bandaged some hearts. People came in cosplay. Like it's a little bit of everything. And the thing I just kept hearing was, I feel so loved here. This gets me through the year. That one's a big one.
Oh my gosh.
When people are like, this is the light that gets me through to next time. And I was like, oh my gosh.
And you've created that. How special. That's so important. Okay, so I know firsthand what it takes to pull off big events.
Yes.
They're expensive.
Yes.
It's hard work. It's,
yes.
You know, is this a business for you? Does it make money?
In 2023, it did.
Wow.
I look at the first 3 years, though, like, you know, I look at the first 3 years, like all of that money was advertising.
Yeah.
You know, I jokingly told Danny, it's probably just gonna be like 20,000 or something to do this. And you don't know until you find out.
Until you're in it, and it's too late to turn back. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, the first year we used our marketing dollars, and the second year same. And then in 2020, you know, I refunded everybody minus the deposits to the build. Like to like, I think everybody, artists didn't get maybe $100 back. Vendors maybe didn't get $50 back.
Wow.
Ticket people got their money back because we didn't know. And I waited about a year, and I was like, I don't know when we're coming back. We can't remember all of this, so let's make a business choice, because we tell everybody there's no refunds ever.
Yeah,
it's like Walt Disney World, no refunds ever.
Right.
And it worked, and we kind of took that moment, and I stopped thinking about it for a year. I gave myself that break, and then when it started ramping back up, like I said, there was a lot of like, are we sure this is this thing? And then it went so amazing. It was with the team that I'm with now. It was the first time that the team that I'm with now. And I have loved every team that we've had at Mainline. I've learned so much. I've become a better business owner, a better person, because, you know, you get input from people who you're listening to every day. And just if something happened, and I also, the team that I'm with, I'm always like, this is what I'm thinking. What do y'all think? I want to know. Help me round off this stone to make it beautiful.
Yeah.
And, it was just, they made me cry on Sunday. I always joke about not crying until like after the show, but this in 2023, Sunday was my birthday. And we walk in, we're supposed to be getting these photos made, and Jessica's like, you've got to be down here. And I didn't know anything was going on. And I walk in, and all of a sudden they bring up 2 cameos from the Weasley twins. And they're just like, we've heard you've got this show. And I'm just sitting here bawling because my team would think of doing something so cool for somebody, you know.
How cool. That's just so sweet.
That moment was really wild.
That is wild. Oh, I love it. Okay, so the Jennifer on hard days, when things are just looking grim, like, what's your MO? What grounds you? What's your narrative in your head that gets you like back to a good place?
Working on that. I don't know if everybody's been following my health journey. If some of y'all are new here, about 4 months ago, I got asked to do Dare to Dance. And I actually, while we were at the show last year, one of the ladies was like, we've had our eye on you for a while. And I was like, no, I have no rhythm. I have my own rhythm. Jessica's like, you can dance on your own because, you know, otherwise it's my belt loops. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, this is bigger than you. This is the community that you talk about. And one of the best things about the Kidney Foundation is 100% of the money stays in Chattanooga.
So good.
And that just kept repeating in my head. And so when they reached out, I was like, I'm going to do this. Started practicing. After about the first month, we did a lift, and something kind of didn't feel right in my back. I ended up going to the chiropractor on the Monday. Something didn't feel right. And by that next week, I couldn't walk. I mean, literally, it was weird.
Gosh.
Go to the doctor. You have 3 bulging discs. One of them has a hole in it. One of them's herniated. And I'm sitting here just dying on the inside because
You're like, I'm doing a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Like, I should not be getting this.
Yeah. So that happened, and then laid up for 3 months at home, finally get a little bit better, start going back to work, get sick before literary. I'm like, please just let me be well before the show. I had a scooter at the show. It worked out great. I mean, it was like, vroom, vroom, toot, toot, woohoo.
Sure, you made the most of it, as you do.
Decided to still continue with Dare to Dance. There's the song that we've picked has never been done.
Oh.
I know, right?
It's this weekend.
It is this weekend, this Saturday. And there just happens to be a particular role that I could play. So we changed up positions. I'm not dancing as much, but I will be participating. I am dancing somehow. You'll see when they let everything launch. And then on 10:10, I ended up taking a tumble. I bruised my biceps. So whoever has my voodoo doll, let it go. Please just, put her down gently. Give me a break.
Oh my gosh.
Long story short, mental health is something I know a lot of people kind of are afraid to talk about, or if they start talking about it, it's hard. And believe me, we've got this, we're going to do this. The past few months have been just like one hit after another.
They really have.
And I just look at it like when I do come out of this, because in life, it's a constant hill and valley. And I think sometimes people forget that when you've got a clump of really bad stuff, it's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. It's going to be better. So on those days, generally a hamburger and French fries and a Coke. But I'm on a new health journey. After I hurt my back, I started walking every day. So I walk 45 minutes a day now. I stopped drinking soda for the most part.
Wow.
I'm actually drinking water. Yeah, I'm down weight and my muscles are coming back.
Jennifer, that's huge.
Yeah. So
I'm so proud of you. I mean, in the midst of what is rightfully so a depressive state in your life, you're making such a huge transformative choice for yourself. I mean, that is amazing.
Thank you. I didn't listen to my wife for 15 years. She's been saying it the whole time. I'm a tattooer. We're like shrimp. We got shrimp backs. We're like, this is it. This is my position all day. I'm constantly moving and bending, and
that's life-changing.
It's been weird because the first couple of weeks I was like, this sucks. I hate drinking water. I hate sweating. Who wants to sweat? And then I started seeing my body shift, and I'm like, oh, there's a muscle. I remember that from soccer in ninth grade.
Like, I have a little definition.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
That's been cool to see.
That is so cool. How do you keep your team kind of engaged and happy on the hard days and the good days? Like, what do you do to create culture?
We do a lot of different things. For Literary Inc., we always bonus out a vacation. This year we're going to Florida and doing Disney and Universal.
Oh, fun.
We do a lot of backyard barbecues, and Jessica always makes a cake for everybody's birthday. I think any business owner, and I don't like being called boss. I don't like looking at it like that. I look at it like I work with a bunch of folks and we all bring this thing together. That's like, the Christmas package that you want, or that Christmas party that you want.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is tune in. I worked for Blockbuster for years, and watching it, like they were offered Netflix, and they were like, or Netflix and the mail thing. They were offered two things, and they were like, no, that's crazy. It's never going to happen.
Wow.
And had they listened to their people, same with, we're going to do away with late fees. Y'all are idiots.
Wow.
You never got product back. We never had product after that. If you listen to who you work with, you're going to find out what you're missing. If you're just up here looking it down from a bird's eye view and you're not talking to your managers and you're not talking to the people who come in and take care of the building, you're not going to see the rounded picture. So I think just engaging.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Wow. What is the most meaningful tattoo on your body?
Oh, there's so many. Two, and they're on my hands, funnily enough. Hope. Because at the end of your day, and I'm a big Superman fan, and you can't see it. I've got a picture of Clark Kent, Christopher Reeve as Clark Kent. People, in my opinion, don't try hard enough. Not everybody, but just like, I know that when it's the darkest outside, I want to try harder, because you're the one who can light up a room, and your energy can do that. And if somebody's having a bad day and you see it, when I'm at the grocery store, I make jokes. When I'm in a drive-through line, I make jokes, because everybody's got this hard thing going on. The world's crazy. And, you know, somebody's like when I'm in a drive through, like, anything else? I'm like, a winning lottery ticket. And they're like, I wish I had one. I wish this. And they giggle.
Sweet.
And that one moment, might have been having a crappy day. And that one moment's like, oh, this is funny. The other one is an open triangle with an arrow. It means I'm open to ideas and I'm ready to move forward with them.
Wow.
Both of those tattoos are on my hands for a reason. It's just, you know, I'm walking. Sometimes I may not know, especially when I was younger. I don't know what direction I'm going, but I'm going. And now, you know, speaking of taking that time when I've had to be off for the past 4 months and looking at the ceiling, looking at what does forward looking look like? What does my next step look like? I'm 48. How am I going to get to where do I want to be as a person? Is there a place that I want to see before I die? Where do I want my business to be when I'm no longer able to work? Because when you end up jacking up your back and your hip and your arm and you're looking at, I'm off 5 months, what happens when I can't tattoo? And I kind of came to peace with that probably around that first month, and just it's devastating. I mean, you get to write stories on people. I'm still doing what I did when I was in kindergarten. I'm still coloring away.
That is amazing.
So I know literary is going to be a big part of my future. I also know that I'm always going to be there for the team. You know, it's a big piece of me. I still go in, like, I'm not working this week, but I'm in this week and I'm doing things.
Just your presence.
I'm drawing on those littles. So yeah.
So I remember it was like years ago in therapy. My therapist was like, because what's your Enneagram? Do you know?
I think I would, if you pull it up, I would. It's either the 4 or the 5. I think it's the one that's like, I don't think it's leader, but I think it's
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like she said something that you kind of just hit on, but she was like, if everything about you was stripped away, your title, your role, what you could do for people, you know, all these things, what would you mean to people around you? Like, what would you mean to the world? What would you be contributing? And that, like, hit me so hard. You know, it was like, well, wait, I feel like nothing. Like, seriously, if everything was stripped away, like, you know, with your back surgery, you've just been laying there looking at the ceiling, like you were faced with, like, maybe not being able to ever tattoo again. You know, it's like you do hit a point in your life where you kind of have to face, like, am I just enough without all of this? And, like, what would that look like? And I just feel like your presence alone is such a positive force in this world. I know you not overly well, but I feel like I know you so well because of what you bring to the table with every single person you interact with. Like you said, in the drive-through, getting a cup of coffee, meeting someone for the first time. I mean, you really do have this, like, superpower of making people feel so special, so seen, so hopeful. And so I just really do want you to know that, like, even if you couldn't tattoo and you couldn't be this, you know, business mogul in the tattoo space and art world, you and your presence are just enough, and you're amazing.
Thank you. I'm not done, but thank you.
You aren't done. I know that about you.
I've got a few more things on my docket.
Yeah, you said what, 2? We can
two
expect
big ones.
two big ones. 2 big ones. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
I've got loose notes on one of them,
Ooh,
so we'll see. I don't know what the other one is yet,
Okay, I
though.
love it. All right. Well, I want you to fill in the blank for me.
Okay.
The heart of Mainline is
All of our people, our clients, our artist, our piercer, Katie, our partners. I think sometimes people forget just how much, like, being extroverted, being an artist, being out there, being crazy. Our partners are what hold us up.
wow. It's not your talent. It's not your technique. It's your people.
Yeah.
I love it.
For sure. That's the love that makes me go, we can do this again.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see what your next 2 big endeavors are. And thank you for all you do for our community. And good luck at Dare to Dance. And I'm here. I'm rooting you on.
I would tell you to tell me to break a leg, but don't.
No, God, no. Please spare her leg. Oh, thanks, Jennifer.
Awesome. Thank you for letting me come on.